Welcome back to Leja Leja. Today we are reviewing this Suzuki Grand Vitara. As you can see, this one is branded, and it is branded because Sifao Motors can give it to you and you do a test drive. In fact, they are asking you a question here. Do you want a test drive? So if the answer is yes, just go to Sifao Motors, look for a guy called Moses. He will give you this car. Of course, you have to fulfill some requirements and you have to be a serious buyer, you know. Yeah, so talk to them and they'll give you this car and you'll try it out. So the Grand Vitara is really impressive. It has daytime running lights. These ones up here. They have 3 chambers. We have done a review of it before, but today I'm just going to show you an in-depth view. So we know how it looks on the outside. Let me show you a 360. And then we're going to focus on the inside. So I'm going to show you how it looks on the inside. That is the boot, huge. On the inside at the back here, you see the material is mostly leather and this plastic that looks like leather, but the seats are leather seats all through. See, and we have our cup holder here, which also acts as an armrest. We have that cover behind there in the boot. That cover stops people from looking into the car from the back there. AC vents, charging ports in the center there. Everything is cool. Okay, can't complain. And now the front. So this is where we're going to spend a lot of time in this video. I'm going to show you different things about cruise control, the different controls, the difference that this car has compared to the cars that are not hybrid. As you can see, this one is hybrid, okay? And they say it is safer for the environment, which is true, but I'm going to show you something else here. At the back here, it's a 4-wheel drive, so that is all grip, and it is hybrid. So I think that's a cool thing. Again, do you want a test drive? Call that number. So this side, that's how it looks. I'll close it. And the passenger side, that's how it looks. It's a bit dark right now. It's in the evening, so forgive the lighting. Self-charging battery, the Grand Vitara Hybrid. So there are 2 kinds of hybrids. Let us do a quick course about hybrids. We have what we call plug-in hybrids. Now those plug-in hybrids, they can take in electricity and also petrol. But this one is not a plug-in hybrid. This is just hybrid. So it charges the battery. That's why you saw self-charging on the other side. It charges the battery as it brakes. So it uses the motor to turn into a generator. So it slows you down as it recoups all that energy. And that energy is pushed back into the battery. And then you can use that energy again when you're on a hill. So when you're sloping and you want to maintain a certain speed and you're braking, this car will recoup the energy due to the momentum, the weight of the car that is moving. Instead of braking using the brake pads, it will instead brake using the motor. And in that case, the motor acts as a generator. Now, look at this. Beautiful, very beautiful. So I want to show you some things on how it works in the inside. Let me sit here. So let me start the car so that it lights up. So when it lights up, this is how the dashboard looks. And I'm going to show you the different modes that the gauge cluster has. So you just click this. You see that part in the corner there? You just click that. And the views of the gauge cluster change. You can see also the 360 camera immediately starts. When you switch on the car, it first checks the surroundings, shows you where the car is and what is around the car, which I think is a really cool thing. I've muted just because of copyright issues, yeah? But look at the gauge cluster. So as we're doing, we're changing the modes, the different modes of the gauge cluster. We can see the fuel economy here. We can see the driving time so far. We can see, you know, the fuel saved. We can see so many things, yeah. We can even see the motion. We can see how the car is balanced. Like, is the front up, is the front down? So it will show you depending on where the, like there's a gyroscope which will tell you, like, if are you in bumpy roads. If you're in bumpy roads, you'll see it moving a lot, yeah. But if you're on flat roads, it will be moving normally. I hope it is clear. And then the one I like most is this one. So for this one, whenever you, let me give you an example. When we put in drive, yes, and we step on the accelerator a little bit, you see that it gives torque. So it gives power and torque, which is really cool. And it shows you a cool graphic of both. I really like that one. So whenever I'm driving, I drive using that one. So like we said, it is push to start. We have a heads-up display. You can watch the in-depth review to see that. But we also have, when you're sloping down on a hill, it can help you like keep the car moving slowly. Yes, it can help you brake for you so that you move in a very smooth way. Yeah? Hill descent assist. So this is called hill descent assist. And then this is the one that where you can get a view of the cameras overall. But let me talk about how the hybrid works now, because I know that's what you're interested in. Now, when you're driving and you have cruise control, for example, if I'm on a highway and I've set 50 kilometers per hour, this car, when I'm on a hill, it will accelerate. So it will change the graphic. There's a graphic, let me show you. You see that graphic over there? It shows that we have a, oh sorry, I pressed it again by mistake. I'm changing the modes here now. So you see this graphic, we have a battery down here, and then we have the motor, and then we have the engine. And it actually shows you when power is going to the battery, you'll see arrows going to the battery. When power is going away from the battery, when you're accelerating, you'll see arrows coming from the battery going to the wheels, which is cool. So the battery and the motor assist the engine in accelerating or propelling the car. The battery and the motor assist the engine in propelling the car. So that is how it works. So whenever you're driving, it's mostly using the engine. But when you change now, and start stopping, like you step on the brake, you are still on the highway moving very fast, but you want to slow down. Now, instead of it using the brake pads to slow down, it will instead now turn the motor, which was giving you power, into a generator. So that motor will now generate power and take it back into the battery. So we have a bunch of apps here. As you can see, my map, my music. We have the apps from the phone that is connected. Then we have these driving controls. So we can select snow mode, sport. I find that sport is a bit jerky. So when you're driving on sport, whenever you step, the accelerator is really sensitive. You step on it a little bit and it jumps. Yeah. So that's something you need to keep watch on. But one special thing I want to show you about these hybrid cars is this one here. This, do you see this? The A off. So when I click this, you'll see that orange button coming up there, also showing A off. When I click it again, it goes off. So how this one works, if let's say I'm in driving, okay, let's demonstrate it. You bear with me, I'm on a safe road, yeah? So let's say I'm in driving, and then for some reason I stop, let's say due to traffic. When I stop and I step the accelerator, the idling, like idling stop, so this thing is called idling stop. You see right now it's saying unavailable, but what it does, it switches off the engine. It switches off the engine and then switches it on again when you start moving. So let's try to do it. Let me wear my seat belt. Okay, so now let's experiment it. So you see, we are moving, and then when I stop completely, when I do a complete stop, an A comes. When that A comes, the engine goes off, you can see the revolutions have gone to 0. Do you see the revolutions? They have gone to 0, mostly because my foot right now is on the brake. But when I remove my foot from the brake immediately, the engine starts up again. That's how it works. But how it works is when you're in the jam and you stop, the car immediately switches off the engine. And the moment you lift your foot off from the brake, then the engine starts again. So it saves fuel in that way. If you know you are in start and go motion, start and stop motion, then this car will save you fuel in that way. Another thing I want to show you about the Suzuki Grand Vitara. If you by any chance forget the lights on and you lock the car, the lights will go off automatically. And when you open it again, see, when you open it again, the lights come on. So that's how you know you forgot them on. And when you lock it, the lights go off. It's a cool thing. But that's not all. Let's open the car again and I show you something. So now I've opened it, but when I open it, I want you to observe something. Oh, one thing I must mention. The default setting for these keys is that for it to open, when you click here the first time, only the driver's door open. When you click it the second time, that's when the rest of the doors open. So you have to that is something you have to get used to. But look at this. In this latch here that you pull to open the door, it is lit. This is a small touch that I like. I'm a bit disappointed that the doors don't have light down here. This light you're seeing is coming from a light just in front of us, but this is cool. This is cool. And this side where you put your feet, the footwell, it's also lit. There's some dim light in there, so it will not affect you when you're driving, but it's really a cool touch. And then look at this on the dashboard. There's some accent lighting. Man, this car has many Easter eggs. So every time you see it, you see something new, and I like that. The wireless charging pad is deep in there, so you essentially push your phone in there. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how it's built. Those are cool things that I wanted you to see. Now it's locked, and you see all the lights have gone off. The moment I open it, all the lights come on the inside. It comes alive, including those lights that we forgot on. Let me switch them off right now. And they go off after a while. The car remains open, but they go off after a while. They just let you know that, you left us on, and then you have to switch them off. And guys, that's how the car looks at night. When the lights are on, that's how it looks in the night. Beautiful, just beautiful. Even this one for the driver, it's also lit. Cool. Me like it. Let me open it again. And for the passenger, in the night, that's how it looks. And you can see even the latches for the passengers, they are also lit. Cool. I think we can appreciate that. Otherwise, that is it that I'm going to show you in this video. If you want another review that is all about how the car looks, please check it out on our channel. Let me show you this panoramic sunroof, which I really enjoy. It's really huge and really cool. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go.